When humanity first reached for the sky, aboard hot air balloons and crude steam-powered planes, they were met not with a divine paradise, but the carrion carcass of a slaughtered deity. The heavens were drenched in the blood of God, the pearly gates made profane with his viscera. Torn to shreds by the mad angels he had created, their blasphemous betrayal granted them great power as they devoured his divine essence, but twisted them into demonic abominations. But even the body of the Almighty could not sate their hunger for divine essence. Though potent and powerful, it was finite in heaven. However, within humans they sensed a small spark of that essence, a gift from creator to created, small yet resilient and fierce. With the Lord of all creation naught but carrion upon the clouds, the angels turned their bloody maws to humanity. Their sacrilegious slaughter became a horrific hunt as protector turned predator. Like vultures, they swooped down to snatch innocent men and women for their vital essence. Like phantoms, they stalked the skies with corrupted wings that blotted out the sun. And like serpents, they whispered foul temptations into the minds of men, urging them to surrender themselves to the slaughter. With the death of God, the skies twisted into a terrible, unending storm, where the cries of the Forsaken became thunder, and their screams the flash of accursed lightning. Once pure clouds now only poured a red rain of blood, swelling rivers with gore and poisoning the earth. Yet humanity refused to bow. They would not accept being cattle for the corrupted angels. Even without a shepherd, the flock struck back against the hell above. Denied the sanctity of heaven, humanity turned towards the earth itself, drilling deep to uncover its ores and bleed it for magma to fuel the forge of their salvation. Furnaces the world over roared to life as men and women toiled day and night to forge arms for the arsenal of humanity. Thousands of miles of steam pipes ran across cities as they became fortresses, clad in iron walls and bristling with steel ordnance, to show the hell above humanity's defiance. The Garden of Eden would not bow before the butcher's blade. To challenge the angels and break their wings, mankind took to the sky in great ironclad airships with etheric engines and the greatest guns from the arsenal of humanity. Armored in steel and clad in defiance, these ships were the tip of the spear of man's vengeance against the corrupted divine. Their cannons barked with retribution, their steam guns burned the wings of angels, and their flak guns covered the blood-red horizon with black clouds. Hundreds of ships, thousands of guns, millions of soldiers, all pointed towards the sky to shatter the horde of heaven as they fought from their flying fortresses. Even at night, the sky was never dark. Spotlights threw pillars of light into the air as long bursts of tracers flew into the heavens. Behind distant clouds, explosions of light could be seen as battles raged, claws ripping at canvas and tendrils sundering armor from ships. Angels and airmen alike fell to the earth, screaming like meteors, their last gasps consumed by the god-fallen storm. When the first eldritch archangel descended from the profane gate, his 10,000 eyes gazed upon man and saw only prey. With blazing fury, it scorched the earth with unholy fire, but humanity took to the skies once more on charred airships, their flesh burnt beyond recognition, yet feeling the fire of revenge burn hotter. 100 airships launched their harpoons at the entity, piercing its burning rings and otherworldly eyes. Aeromarines charged up the chains and ropes with weapons in hand to hack and slash at the Archangel, even as a single gaze turned them to ash. But with every eye shattered and every wound upon its corrupted form, the monster let out an unearthly scream. Black ichor oozed from its wounds, as burnt men flung themselves at it, shouting war cries as their comrades were thrown howling to the ground. It is said that even when the Archangel fell to the earth, his black blood raining upon the earth, there were still Aeromarines clutching to his body, hacking and slashing at it, showing humanity's raw resolve. Wave after wave of angels descended, their once pure forms now like hellish locusts with an endless hunger, crashing against the clockwork citadels of humanity. and with every wave the air fleets would rise to face them, like knights of old with banners high and etheric engines to fall. Every battle blackened the sky and filled it with fire, the sound of guns and engines overtaking even the god-fallen storm in ferocity. For every angel dragged to the earth, humanity's resolve grew. For every ship that fell, another rose in its place, forged from its wreckage. For every soul lost, a new warrior rose to avenge the martyr. For 40 years the war raged on. For 40 years humanity made war upon the heavenly horde, as ever more monstrous beings clawed their way out of the crimson clouds. For 40 years the storm was pierced by battle and the screams of falling men, cursing the corrupted divine as they buried themselves in the earth in unmarked graves. Until finally, after decades of struggle, the great air fleets of mankind drove the angels back behind the gore-drenched golden gates of St. Peter, now fortified with the very bones of God. The Horde has sealed itself behind the profane gate, believing they are safe from the wrath of humanity. Is retribution too far to harm them? But the arsenal of humanity is vast, and its desire for vengeance even greater against the hell above. A final reckoning approaches when rapture awaits the corrupted beasts at humanity's hand. For heaven is the divine birthright of man, and nothing can stop us from reclaiming our birthright to paradise.